Hello, 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 hello. Wrong scene. Hold on. There you go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another day, another stream, as always. Today, we have two topics, as always, or as per usual, let's say. We have the 30-minute quick sketch. Of course, that's what we're always going to begin with. We have something pretty interesting today. I'm going to be, I guess, a little bit more stressed today, because it's going to be a more complex, I guess, character. We want to do another character. So this will be today's quick sketch, and then afterwards we're going to go to the good old figurine again, the Final Fantasy figurine. It is almost done. We only need to work on the base a little bit more, which is what we're going to do today. We need to add, so yesterday we added the sort of base plate as well as some terrain where the character is sort of walking on, like some stones, some rocks. And today what we're going to do is we're going to add some grass in between, just to kind of, you know, add some more variation into the entire thing to finish the base, which will be, oh, and then of course if we have some more time we're going to add the just a little bit more, and probably some machine parts too, just to kind of I guess make it look more like Final Fantasy, at least the environment. Of course the character already looks like it, but I think we talked about it yesterday, kind of bring in sort of the idea, I think, of Final Fantasy is like you have like these knights, but then they also have like this technology, this magic that they wield. You know, just having like some grass and some stones doesn't really, you know, doesn't really look like, you know, knights that, or it doesn't really follow that feeling. So I kind of want to add some, I don't know, some machine parts maybe. We'll see what we can do to finish the environment, and then we can go to one more thing that I want to add, which would be like a small magic spell in his hand to finish the entire thing. And then we can, yeah, then the model is basically done. Yeah, just some, you know, small adjustments that I can do off stream. But those will be, yeah, those I will do off stream probably. We're going to start with the quick sketch though. So if you only want to see one of these topics and you watch this as a video, you can go to the description or the timeline. There should be timestamps so that you can jump right to wherever you want to go. Let's go to Blender where we already were. There you go. And let's look at the today's quick sketch reference. So I've done some characters before. I've done some characters over the weekend. They look pretty good. I think they came out pretty well over the weekend. The problem is I spent a little bit more than 30 minutes on these characters. Today I wanted to challenge myself a little bit. I wanted to actually create one of the, similar to the characters that I've sculpted over the weekend. I wanted to do a character like that for today. Of course, today we're going to limit it to 30 minutes, maybe just, you know, a few minutes more, not too much. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to, I guess, waste time on these, but, you know, maybe we need just like a few more minutes just to kind of finish everything up. But I kind of want to stick to 30 minutes, and I want to see how well it turns out, you know, doing these characters in these 30 minutes. Maybe it'll be like sculpting a asymmetrical animal that just takes too long to do in 30 minutes. Maybe it's, you know, it's pretty, it's possible. Good thing about this one is usually, especially for characters, if you have to sculpt hair, it'll take basically like twice as long, just because hair can be very complex, or yeah, it can be very complex, and I always, for some reason, get into the habit of making the hair more complex than it maybe needs to be, and that's why it usually takes longer. This hair is pretty simple, so I think we might be able to do this in 30 minutes. We'll see. I like this concept a lot. Maybe we'll do like a full-on a figurine or something of this at some point. But for today, it's only a quick sketch. So this, of course, we're gonna only go with the head. Probably not do the what is it, the earrings. Only the hair, the head, maybe the shoulders, and that should be it. We're not gonna include the hand, because that would add another 30 minutes probably. So we're gonna do only the head. I think that'll be enough. Yeah. So I think we're ready. I think we can begin with the quick sketch, so we have enough time, as much time as possible for the base, so that we might be able to finish it today, which would be pretty exciting, because that would be a one topic or one part of the figurine done in less than a week, which is pretty uncommon. And would be pretty cool, because then we can begin working on the spell, and I might be able to finish it over the weekend. Yeah, so I think we're ready to begin. 20 resolution should be good. I need to be pretty quick, so I need to be more concentrated. We'll see how that turns out. Yeah, I think we're ready. Where's my timer? There it is. 30 minutes begins in 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. Welcome back, Crow. Hope you had a great day. Hope you have enjoyed your Tuesday. Hope it wasn't better than regular Tuesdays, maybe even. And yeah, hope you welcome back. There you go. So okay, let's see. So I kind of want to make the head a little bit wider. There you go. I want to be pretty quick with putting down the fundamentals. So I'm gonna do this pretty quickly here. Add the eyes right there. Then we need to push it back a little bit. There you go. Okay, we can add cheekbones, pretty important here. There you go. Yeah, I want to be pretty quick with this one because I don't have too much time for everything. Just kind of blocking everything out very, very quickly. Usually I like to spend a little bit more time while blocking it out to actually think about what I want to do in the future with it. To kind of really, not so I don't have to do too much, I guess, fixing and adjusting. But I think with these quick sketches, I don't think it's necessary to really do a lot of fixing, so we can probably be a little bit quicker with these. There you go. Add the nose, which should be somewhere over here. Maybe a little bit too long, actually. No, that might be good. Like what you do, a lot of things can undergo. You mean you like that we do a lot of things on this stream, or like in one stream? Hold your breath the entire time for max speed mode. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's start. Let me hold my breath and see how long I can I can hold my breath. We're starting at 27. Let's say 27:45. Then I'm gonna go. Do not actually do that. I will. You cannot force me not. Okay. How long was that? Like, when did we start? Like a minute or so? I actually, back in the day when I was at my grandma or grandparents' house, I always, because they had a bathtub and no like shower, what I would do is I would oftentimes just try to hold my breath for as long as possible. I can't remember how long I actually did it the longest, but I think it was more than a minute. But of course that maybe not be super impressive. But I topped myself more and more and more. Nice thing about this is you can always tweak the proportions later if they're actually quite right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for these quick sketches, I don't really need to look into it too much. I'm looking more for the overall look, not necessarily the perfect proportions, but of course, if I can, you know, add the perfect proportions, then I would do it. There you go. We all did it when we were younger. Yeah, true. welcome back. Not only seemed, oh, of course, Lego, but also, hold on. What was it? I remember you said, you told me your nickname. Hold on, let me see if I can remember it. It was something close to you. What? No, it wasn't. It wasn't Lily. It was. Oh, dude. I'm so bad with names. Was that me? No, not you. You're Lego, okay? You're not Lily. There you go. You don't have to remember, but I want to. Names are something very important. You remember somebody's name, oftentimes, especially if they don't expect you to, they can be a very, very nice gesture. So if you ever have, for example, like a business, I don't know, like a business person that you want to like have good, like they're supposed to have good memories with you. One thing you can do is you can, if you remember their full name, that is, most people appreciate that quite a lot because, you know, you identify with your name, and if other people sort of, I guess, you know, give you the respect of remembering the exact, you know, name, that kind of signals that you kind of, you know, that you care more than most people probably. So if you ever get into that position, then that's one thing you can do to improve your, I guess, your situation maybe, or your relationship. Lilu, okay. I'll remember that, Lilu. So almost, not Lily, Lilu, okay. As soon as I finish with these lessons on creating a Batmobile, I need to try sculpting. Yeah, I actually, well, I started hard surface modeling, and then at some point I said, well, I want to see what else you could do in Blender, and then I discovered sculpting, and I never went back. And yeah, you know, it's been pretty good so far. I don't feel like I've reached the end yet, and I probably never will, so that's nice. Let's keep those ears there. Might be a little bit too small, although, well, let's leave them there. We have 22 minutes. Okay. Go. I think we're in a good... We're doing pretty well here. There you go. Okay. Lips. Okay. Rough block out, probably most of the time lips look, at least my lips look very horrible when I block them out. Let's see if we can fix them. Maybe not, maybe this will be the best look they will have. There you go. Okay. Let's go to here. Add some more there. Shouldn't be too much. You should probably add the eyes. The eyes are pretty important for this one. I think they have a lot of character. Oh, and the eyebrows too. So I'm gonna add these pretty quickly. I'm gonna place them a little bit lower here. There you go. A little bit more. I now like to do these spheres that I like to add to my like I like to sculpt in these spheres for eyes before I actually add the eyes, because that, in my opinion, is easier for the block out phase. I before did it basically by just adding the actual eyeballs right away, and then sculpting around them. But I think it's easier to do it this way, because first of all, it's faster, because you don't have to pull up the actual eyes and then add them. But it's also, you know, you can actually kind of get the feeling for them already without having to sculpt actual eyes. You can kind of see, well, this might be the upper eyelid, this might be the lower eyelid, and then you can kind of imagine what it would look like in the end. So I think that's pretty cool. And pretty easy to do. Go. Okay, it looks kind of like Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Craig right now. I think it's the lips. These look kind of weird. I really like work Black Cat. I want to try something. Yeah, he does a lot of cool projects. Okay. There you go. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Maybe the nose could be a little bit shorter. The mouth could be a little bit higher. I think that'll be better. We can then... The eyebrows look pretty okay right now. I think we need to adjust some... We don't need to adjust there. Okay. I think the cheekbones can use a little bit more roundness. I'm just going to add a little bit more down here. There you go. Okay. Smoothing everything out. Perfect. Let's add the neck. Right here. Right here, right there, nowhere else. Right here. Let's go. I've seen your artsy render, Lego. And that actually reminded me of one of my old I guess artsy renders that I've done after I finished one of my characters. I think that's always cool to do these sort of more creative renders too, that are more like photo shootings rather than just showing off the character. I think that's actually pretty cool and kind of it gives you more, it lets you, I guess, express more creativity and kind of just play around with the model a little bit. I guess explore it in different angles and all that stuff. I think that's really cool. Yeah. Usually, oftentimes you just see, when somebody's showing off a character with like one studio lighting, and then you can see what it looks like in all different directions from all different angles. But you never really see like an actual photo shooting, like you've done, first of all, with your first post that you've posted in, I think, On Topic, with the actual like photo studio background, and then of course the new one that you've posted in Inspiration. I mean, in personal feedback. I think that's something that you don't see that often, and I think it's really cool to kind of play around not only with the character to kind of pose them maybe or stuff like that, but actually like put the character into like a scene. I think that's something that kind of elevates the look even more. Yeah, if you're pushing, yeah, if you're pushing something quite far, then yeah, it's definitely something you can do, definitely. Your videos are recommended to Russian YouTubers as an example for learning. Nice. An example for learning, okay. You mean learning Blender, I guess? By the way, Lego, do you know if when you... So, welcome back, Hustler. I hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Do you know if when... So I've, of course, created the character for the figurine as in an A pose. And then I added a rig to pose the character to create the pose afterwards, basically. And do you know if I can apply the pose that he has right now as the standard pose? So that I can then apply all the pieces of, like all the pieces that are part of his armor. Can I apply all these also to the armature so that I can basically like create another pose? Is that possible? Because I was wondering that. I have applied some of the pieces before I posed him, and I wonder if I can now apply that pose as the standard pose so that I can then pose him again. Because that would be really cool. If I just apply it to the armature, I think it then afterwards applies sort of the pose deformation when you move the armature, which means that if there's like a plate on his arm or on his leg, it would then move upwards because he moves his leg basically, which of course doesn't work. So maybe it works if I set it to the standard position. That would be pretty cool. Come on. I think so, hopefully. Getting a convincing pose and realistic lighting are just as important as the modeling and shading, I think. Yeah, especially the face can be very, very, very complex to create like a realistic expression. If it's not just like a neutral, like looking into the distance pose, you know. I think it can be very, 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 very difficult to create a convincing expression because of so many small things that can move, so many small things that can deform or wrinkle and all that stuff. That it, you know, can be very, very hard to do all this believable. You know, you might have, you want to make a realistic character, but then on top of that, you also need to think about how they move realistically, and then also maybe add some variation. What I like to, you know, always add now when you want to do something realistic, add variation. So you need to do. Need to add variation to your pose too and all that stuff. It's like so many small things that you need to think about. 12 minutes, okay. Where am I? Wrong folder, of course. There you go, Quick Sketches 261. Okay. Kind of funny, I feel like facial rigging can be easier than stuff like shoulders. I feel like shoulders are pretty simple if you follow the sort of, well, of course, depending on how deep you want to go. Like if you want to go with sort of the, you want to add like scapula, is it scapula? No, shoulder blade movement and all that stuff. Of course, it gets more complicated. But I think if you go with just the sort of shoulder rotation, you can create something pretty believable with a few like adjustment bones, like muscle bones, I guess. That's what I've added to my character. And I think it works quite well. Maybe, you know, maybe mine is pretty horrible, but it looked pretty good. Shoulders have such a range of motion. Yeah, the worst part is when you need to lift them up all the way. Then it's like completely lost. Especially because the shoulders just end at some point up here. So you have this sort of this crease here, which is hard to apply to the geometry. Okay. Make the neck a little bit thinner. Yeah. Because of expression I built from an underlying set of simple action that you can just sculpt as shape keys. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you use shape keys, then it's of course a little bit simpler. But if you only use bones, then it gets quite, you know, annoying. Maybe you just shouldn't use just bones. I mean, yeah, just bones. But yeah, that's probably the better way to use shape keys for it. Because then you can actually control all the movement very, very specifically. Okay. Let's add some shoulders here. Hold on, let me add a little bit. Oh, hello. We have 10 minutes, okay. I can't add too much more because we need to go to the hair and then detail the face. Because the face looks kind of scuffed right now. Should we add... Yeah, let's add some shoulders. Shouldn't be too much longer. There you go. Okay. Maybe that's a little bit too far here. Okay, there you go. Smooth it. Actually, no, don't smooth it. There you go. Oh, yeah, it's now smooth it. There you go. We need to change this into the middle here. Just this. Keep it pretty flat in the front. Get that curve in there, that S curve. Perfect. Maybe bring the shoulders forward a little bit. Not too far. Okay. Wait, let's grab the mask. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Save real quick, otherwise I will maybe ruin the scope. Nope, there you go, perfect. Okay. Character Creator 3 very simplifies life when creating characters. Yeah, so far what I've seen from it is you can create very, like, you can create, I guess, NPC characters very, very well. But I think when you want to be very, very specific with certain stuff like portions or, I guess, features, it can be a little bit limiting. But maybe that's just my limited experience with it. Okay. Best face rigs that you use, Bone, have a ton of them spread across the face. Yeah. They have like very, very tiny ones. But they also oftentimes use facial tracking. Oh wow, that's a huge neck. Hold on. That's better. Okay. Safe. Okay. Turn this old man into a lady. Okay. I have a new trick that I want to use for here. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll destroy the sculpt. We'll see. Maybe it'll do nothing. Stay tuned. Functions very similar to just like shape keys, but you still don't get a little detail with all the wrinkles. CC and MetaHuman both get really good results. These nice because you can sculpt on top of them for hero characters. Yeah, that's good. Then if you can sculpt on top of them, there's just a lot of blanks on the NPC, but also very detailed editor if you need. Yeah, I didn't know that you can actually, you know, edit them in there too, which is pretty cool. Then you can of course do way more. Okay. 50. There you go. Lower eyelid right there. Give her more like cat eyes. So the upper right or the outer corner of the eye is further up than the inner. I need more strength. Okay. There you go. Getting there. Slowly but surely. Let's remove these balls. Okay. 4 minutes. Okay. It'll be close. We'll see how far we can go. As I said, we might need like a few more minutes just to kind of fine-tune everything. We'll see. Oh. Okay. Getting there. Getting there, definitely getting there. Please, Hustler, please don't judge my actions, okay? I do press Control S sometimes. Not like I don't know that it exists. I just like the security of knowing that when I click something that it actually works. So when I click on save, I actually know that it worked rather than just pressing S while doing something else and not knowing if it actually worked. That's why I usually don't just press Control S. Although I got into the habit some more now. That's why I still like smartphones that have the mechanical home button, because then you know that you press it instead of when you have like a, you know, the worst fear for me would be having like a phone with just a screen and the button being on the screen, and then if you want to press the home button, you don't know if it actually reacted because you have no mechanical feedback. That is the worst for me. That's why I still have that's why I like phones with a mechanical button. Looked like total recall for a second. One minute. Oh no. There you go. Oh, nope, no smiling. No smiling today. There you go. Oh, do you hear this music? You know where it's from? I do. There you go. Okay, 47 seconds. Wow, these lips look horrible. Okay. There you go. Nope, that is bad. I don't want to make it look like she's smiling. I think that's good enough. We're already over time. Let's try to finish this as quickly as possible. Each millimeter of the character can be changed if it's necessary for it. It's very functional but also expensive for CNG countries. Okay. What are CNG countries? I think these eyes are way too flat. Okay. The ears, well, there you go. Well, turns out you cannot do characters like these in 30 minutes. Well, now we know. Now you have to do it. You have to fail once to not do it again. So I'll stick to orcs then, I guess. Pressing shape in the menu means nothing. It's just pixels. You feel no thing. Pressing control and S though, that's chunky. Well, I click with my mouse. That's what I feel. What do you mean? Sure, you can. I completely forgot what we talked about. It's too concentrated. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's a little bit too deep. Okay, let's add some hair. I'm going to show you what I want to do for the hair, how I want to do it. Before we do that, let's just kind of push that in. Okay. I want to go out here. I want to duplicate. And then I want to go back to sculpting. You can see it's all dark. What I want to do now is I want to deactivate dynamic topology. I want to go down here. I want to go to side view. I will use lasso trim, and I will remove everything except for this part. Might crash, might not, we'll see. Sculpt the head in 30 minutes. Hold on. Sure you can? Yeah, you can. But not to the you cannot create like this like a character like this in 30 minutes. Does the difficulty change when you use a different angle with the concept art? You mean if she has a different face? So I can show you what happened. You can see right there. Da-da-da. So we now only have the hair. We can only we separated. No, we removed everything except for the hair part. Good thing. Well, I don't think it necessarily. The problem with this wasn't that the angle was difficult. It was more that the time for the execution, I guess, wasn't enough. So the angle might give us more information on what the character might look like. But basically sculpting what the character would look like is what actually takes time. If you don't have enough time to think about what your character might look like, you can still sculpt whatever you want. But if you don't have any, you know, if you don't know what, or if you are not quick enough, then you can't really, you know, do it. Okay, there you go. Then what we can do is we can just go in here. We can use the mesh filter, inflate. Apparently it doesn't work. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Well, oh, countries in the former Soviet Union. Oh, okay. Well, retop will be done here after the sculpting. This scope will only be like a quick scope, so we will not retopologize this. This will only be we will only create it or sculpt it. We will not retopologize it, but we will add some colors. Welcome, artist Kale the God. Hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Okay, I want to do the back later, so what I want to do now... Oh, never mind. Yeah, we can do it later. So you can inflate everything at once, or just a selection with a mask by using the mesh filter brush. The mesh filter lets you apply different deformations. Basically, you apply the same deformation across the entire surface, or the non-masked surface. So you can smooth, you can scale, you can inflate, you can do all these things, and apply the deformation to the entire surface of the sculpt all at once. That's what I've just done there to kind of create the sort of the hair base, basically. Okay. I want to, hold on. Probably pull it a little bit higher here. This is too low. And then I want to add some eyebrows, and then we should be good. Because characters without eyebrows look weird. Okay, well, you can press D to switch between sculpts. I want to go to here. Nope. Wait. There it is. There it is. 100 for my good old eyebrows. Then I'm going to use my mask because I want to draw them out first. Do something like this. Very, very thin. Okay. I think that's good enough. We use the, oh, hello, Control I. We use the brush to just add some hair here. Or I guess, you know, add some bumps to make it look like eyebrows. There you go. Okay. That's why I like watching the pros work. They do everything so efficiently. Yeah. That would be really interesting to do. Yeah, I mentioned it before. This might be a concept that I want to revisit because it looks so cool. So maybe at some point we'll do it again. And you know, similar to the orc, to the female orc, with, you know, actual like time investment, and we actually create like a full bust or even figurine, just to respect the concept a little bit more. I want to rotate this now, so I'm just going to do this and smooth it. Then I'm going to use my rotate tool, and I will say sculpt, set pivot, mask border. Oh, why are you on that side? Oh, probably that's why. Oh, Jesus, Cyclops. Please. Please. Oh, wait, I pressed Ctrl Z. There you go. We need to disable symmetry first. Okay, now let's do it again. Nope, not origin. mask border. Nope, I want to do the opposite. I want to move the shoulders because I don't want to move the hair too. So I will move the shoulders instead of the head. Okay, we need to do it again. Looks good to me. I don't want to move it too far. Okay, and then maybe even a little bit like this. Actually, no, I kind of want to... do this, and then I want to move it. Although... oh, wait. We did it in the wrong direction. Actually, no, we didn't. We need to... well, we rotated it in the wrong direction. I did. I don't want to blame you for it. There you go. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Do a few small adjustments and then we should be good. Okay. The mesh filter is in 2.93. I don't know if it's... I don't know when it actually came out. I've only been using it since pretty recently. So it might be that it just recently came out, but it's very, very useful for a lot of things. Oh, now we can go to the hair. What I'll do now is I'll just... oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to make a quick selection here. Only pull this stuff down. I also want to probably reduce the dynamic topology resolution because I don't want to work with 100 here. 50 should be more than enough. I probably also want to remove symmetry here. Oh. It'll poke through the body, but that's okay. That is what's supposed to be. What it is supposed to do. There you go. We can do the same here, but to the back. And that should be good enough. Your music sounds like Daft Punk. Don't worry, we won't blame you. I don't control what music is playing. I only control... well, I guess I do. The RNG decides what is actually going to be played. Okay. I wouldn't mind listening to some Daft Punk, but that would be... I don't think YouTube would like that. Okay. Create some rough hair strands here, originating from the back. And then we're good. This was probably 45 minutes, but that's okay. Maybe even an hour. Probably not that long, but felt like it. Okay. I presume you separated the hair as a separate object? Yeah, the clipping is fine. I I duplicated the sculpt and then I used the lasso trim tool to remove everything except for this part. And then I used that for the hair, which I think works very, very well. I'll probably do that from now on like that because it's so effective. What I've done before is I've always grabbed a sphere and tried to remove everything, like basically did the same that I've done here, but with a sphere using a Boolean modifier. But of course, if you can do it in sculpt mode, it's way, way faster. And it works very, very well. It might be a little bit, you know, might be a little bit critical when you have a weaker PC maybe, but it works quite well for me. Okay. We need some eyes. Let me grab some eyes and then we can finish the sculpt. I don't remember where my eyes were. Oh, there it is. Collection, eyes. Look at those eyes. Way too big. We also have a focus point, which is nice because then we can focus the gaze. Let me see. Should we do it this way or should we move her to the side? I think to the side would look cooler. A little bit different to the other sculpts that we've done so far. There you go. The blame for the wrong side. Oh. Custom brush? Which one? I have no custom brushes, so everything I use is vanilla. Let's see what the eye looks like. Okay. I think it's a pretty good size. Fits right into the socket. You need to adjust the shape a little bit, but that's okay. Duplicate right there. Oh, wow. Okay. Is it so off center? That something's not right here. I mean, should be good enough. There you go. Did you manage to do the hair on the head with scraping? Wait, I can show you what I did in just a second. Hold on. You know what I want to do is I want to do this. So it looks like there's some sort of makeup. We don't see this side, so let's do it on this side. There you go. Yep. Okay. What was it? Custom brush. How did you manage to do the hair on the head with the scraping? You mean these stripes or these sort of these lines? Or do you mean these small cuts in here? Let's finish it off. Let's place it properly in the middle. Right there, make it a little bit bigger. We don't need to see so much of the shoulders. That should be good enough. Okay, rendered view. Oh, we need to do one more thing. This is quite a lot. You can see here. That's better. Where's the other eye? Oh, I forgot to sculpt. I mean, I forgot to scale it. Well, we don't see it anyway. Both. Yeah, let me show you what I did in just a second. Let me finish it, and then we can look at it. World. Background 0. Perfect. Looks pretty cool. Let's add some lighting. Nope. Oh, we need the quick scope material too. Then we need the lights. There it is. Gimme the lights. Put them right there. And then let's see. Okay. As always, we do the focus light first, setting the focus on something in the face, or setting some base lighting, I guess shadow structure, let's say. What do I want to, where do I want to have shadows, where do I not want to have shadows? Probably want to have shadows on the cheekbone, and then also down there. I think that's pretty good. The neck is quite long, and that's quite annoying, but I'm not going to change it now. I think that's cooler if there's sort of like a shadow underneath or on the eyes. We can use this one to set a second sort of light up some shadows to make it a little bit less dark. Wait, is it the right one? Yeah, 35, okay. Okay. This one is for the color. We don't need it right now. We need this one. This one's for the highlight. Right there. And then we need one more to soften everything. Do we need one more? Maybe on this side. Okay. Then we need the color. What color didn't we use so far, or for a long time? Maybe I don't even remember what I used the last few times. Hold on. We had blue yesterday. We had teal, yellow, purple, and I guess pink. What else do we have? Orange. Orange was probably something we haven't used before, or at least recently. Maybe something like reddish. Oh, red. Hold on. That's pretty cool. There you go. Then we can change this here to the same color. There you go. Okay. Look at the reflection in the eye. Perfect. Okay. Set it to nothing. Okay, let me show you what I did for the hair. So, okay, so let's start with a sphere, so we can use that. Grab it, put it over here. Okay, so, we'd apologize. There you go. So what I've done is I have, I've, created like a face. Oh, hold on. What do we have here? Symmetry. Where are you? There you are. So we have a face. There you go. And then we want to add some hair. So what I've done is I've duplicated the can we do it in here? No, we can't. Oh, can we? Copy, paste? Oh, we can. Wait, but where's the... That doesn't work. It just deleted my adjustments. What is that? Why? Well, the way I go in here, back into object mode, duplicate it, right click to keep it in the exact same spot. Come on. And then I go back to scope mode. I have both I have a duplicate, or I have two versions of the same sculpt now on top of each other. I press 3 on my numpad to go into the side view. I use the lasso trim underneath the box face set tool. It is underneath the box trim in the same, I guess, icon or slot as the box trim tool. You have to hold to see both. You use lasso trim. Then I've removed basically everything. I've selected what I want to remove, something like this. For the ear, there you go. Finish the selection, and then I wait. Oh, before we can do that, we need to disable dynamic topology, otherwise it doesn't work. So we need to select a different brush. Remove dynamic topology. We go back to lasso trim. Do the same again. There you go. Remove. No bounce light. What do you mean? Do you mean well, we have some bounce light on the, well, we have bounce light everywhere. So then we have two. You can see the outline a little bit. This is the hair model now. We carved off everything else, and then we select the hair sculpt. It is already selected, so that's the one that we sculpt on. If we see, you can see it right here. So now what I use is I enable dynamic topology. I don't think you need to for this next step. What I did, I use the mesh filter. I set it to inflate. Then I hold left click. When I move my brush to the right, I will add inflation, or I will apply the inflation deformation additively, like you add more volume. If you move your brush to the left, you subtract the deformation, basically. So if you go to the left, it goes more into the middle. If you move outwards, you move it outwards. Now he has a small helmet. And then I used my crease brush to just go to the edge right here and just create some creases right there. So the crease brush creates these nice creases that I've used for the corners or for the edge right there. It's a little bit rougher than for the original sculpt. There you go. Did this. Ooh. And then there you go. And then I've used the clay strips brush, which basically just lays out these strips of clay. And I've kind of, this brush is like one of my favorite brushes because the structure enables me to basically sculpt these hair strands very, very easily. You can see how easily you get these nice lines because of the cube shape. And this way you can very easily just sculpt out what the hair flow would look like. There you go. And then you have the hair. Yeah, red works quite well, I think. We're just doing a bus shuttle today. Today we're gonna work on the figurine. The figurine is almost done. The only thing that is missing is we're gonna hopefully finish the base today, and then we can go over to the thing that he will hold in his hand. Some sort of magic spell basically that I want to add there, and then it's basically done. All the rest I can do off stream. I need to add a few more shaders. I need to add maybe some, like, you know, lighting, all that stuff. Post-processing I will do off stream, but that would be everything in terms of the model. Okay. Yeah, I think we're ready to render. Fill light, he means. What do you mean? I'm not that versed in all these lighting terms. Isn't fill light just to lighten up the dark spots a little bit so they aren't completely black? Okay. That's the test render. Why is that so big? Yeah, hopefully that helped in terms of the hairstyle. Bounce light is to reflect it from the source to the subject. Oh, wait, wouldn't that be diffuse light? Oh, yeah, no. Perfect character show of a human being. Example being a light aimed at a wall bouncing to the subject. Yeah, so basically to diffuse it. You can probably create the same effect by just making the, for example, the round light source, the area light or whatever, just very, very big. But maybe I am completely off with this. Maybe it's something completely different. The light is a supplementary light used in photography or filming that does not change the character of the main light and is used chiefly to lighten shadows. Yeah. Yeah, we've used a few here. We've used 2. I wanted to keep some pretty dark spots there so that it's not too visible, but everything else, if it wouldn't be here, this would be completely black too, completely dark. Oh, let's set it to 7. Change the glow, make the glow a little bit less. Reduce the glow, perfect. Oh, hold on. We actually forgot one thing we can add in just a second. Hold on. We forgot to add, I forgot to add the shader. There you go. Aha, look at that. Adds a little bit more makeup. We can maybe even make it a little bit darker. Not too dark. I kind of want to keep it white actually, just because it contrasts very well with the background. Although, what does it look like this? It looks pretty cool actually, but I kind of want to keep it white. I like the contrast. Like this. Yeah. Okay. In 3D you can just use a big dim light, yeah. Couldn't you just also do the same by not bouncing it off a wall, but putting on this sort of transparent paper in front of the actual light, so that, isn't that a diffuse light? In normal, like in actual photography, where you have these big, like light, these big lamps with this sort of paper in front of it, where it's getting diffused, like very heavily, and then it gets, you know, it reaches the character, whatever. Do you have retopology streams making chocolate manga style? Oh, you mean the shader? There should be a retopology video where we retopologize the figurine, at least the beginning. I've also made a shorter version of that, explaining retopology in 6 minutes on my video channel. You can find the link in the description. Or you can, I think you can also type in !video to get the link. And yeah, one of the most recent videos was how to retopologize in 6 minutes. Possibly, I think so. Yeah, if there would be one more thing that I would adjust, I would move the neck. No, I would move the head further back, because this distance from the chin to where the neck sort of begins is too long. Kind of looks like this right now. Why is it getting so big? I did nothing else. What? Good old glitches. Dude, it's actually triggering me. What happens if I... Nope. Weird. That would be the key of... or the fill light. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Time to drink. Put some liquid in your body, preferably not alcohol. Okay. Let's get it done. Okay. fairly confident that we can finish the base today, considering how much time we had yesterday to get that far. I don't think we need to do too much to finish the entire thing. We sketch day 261. Send you a video of a good example. Okay. Would they usually all have those screens on the lights? Yeah, that's what I remember too. For very sharp shadows, you would use very like lights without this diffuser, and if you want to have very soft shadows, you would use the diffuser. Okay. Oh, there you go. Do some small adjustments. Let's go to gray. White. Okay, perfect. Black, do we need black? Maybe a little bit. Not too, I don't want to make it too strong. I think that's pretty good. Maybe we can even use some snazziness to just bump it up here. You can see how it just gets a little bit more orange. We can even bump this up, but that's way too strong. That's why I always use the upper value right there. Perfect. The eye kind of gets lost in the glow, but you know, who cares? It's just a quick sketch. Okay. By the way, so the plan will be, James asked about a Halloween project. We're gonna do a Halloween project. I will collect a few ideas, like a few subjects that we could sculpt. So the idea will probably be just like a bust sculpt of a character that we will do probably for a week or so, maybe a few days, 2 days or so. Yeah, we're gonna do it before Halloween, so I could post it as a video on Halloween. So if you know want to watch it on Halloween, you can see it on the video channel. Good thing it is on Sunday, so I have some time to edit it on Saturday. But that'll be just a small project that we can do. Yeah, I will collect a few ideas. End of stream time? No, the stream has just begun. This is just what we do in the beginning, these quick sketches. Usually they're a little bit shorter. What we will do, I will show you soon. Yeah, well, I will collect a few ideas. You can of course always tell me if you have a cool idea, or put it in the inspirations channel. If you have like a cool Halloween concept that we could do for the Halloween project. And then I think I will make a small poll, maybe put it on YouTube, put it on Discord, just to, you know, let people vote. And then the one that gets voted will be the subject for the Halloween project. Wait, I'm in the wrong folder. There you go. Nope. We will probably actually do that next week, because then the week after it's already Halloween, right? No, it's... Wait. Oh, I was looking at the time. It is... Yeah. Oh, it's next week. Okay. Wait. Is it on Sunday? Isn't it the 30th? Maybe we'll do it this week. Oh, maybe. Although, yeah, no, this week I wanted to do another feedback session. So we will probably do it next week. Gonna be something else than just working on the figurine forever and ever and ever. Okay. There you go. So what we'll do today, you will see in 3 minutes after the compilation. I'm gonna play a quick compilation while I upload the image to social media. And yeah, what we will do in today's stream, you will see in 3 minutes. Hope you enjoy the compilation that I will play in just a second. Let me just upload the image to my phone. Yep, 3 minutes, and then we're going to begin sculpting or continuing working on the figurine, which is almost done. We need 2 more things, and then it is done. In terms of the model. So hope you enjoy the compilation. I'll see you in 3 minutes, and then we will start. There you go. We are ready. We're not... You don't see what we'll do today? Let's change that. Let's open what we're going to work with today. It's going to be a new version, version 7a. That's where we will finish the base on. So, as I said before, there it is. The character is basically done. I started working on the clothing. You can see, I don't know if you can remember, but this one was like all these sort of pieces of cloth were more smooth. Basically, I've removed here, you know, I just cut into the geometry with the knife tool to change the shape. I will then, hopefully it works quite well, I will use my good old retopology tool, my retopology, automatic retopology plugin to retopologize the cloth to keep the shape while having better topology. And then once that is done, what we're going to work with today, what we will work on today, is this part here. We've created the base, we've created the grass part or the terrain part. We've added some small pebbles to the terrain part. We also added these rocks that he sort of, or plates, stone plates, whatever he's walking on. What we're going to do today is we will add some grass in between everything here. And then we will also probably add like a small little detail, like a small machine part or something to make it look more like Final Fantasy. I said it in the beginning, Final Fantasy is like, and yesterday too, sort of like the mixture of sort of knights mixed with magic and technology, and I think the environment isn't really very magical or technological right now. It's just like nature, so I kind of want to change that. Maybe at some point I'll look into how I can use geometry nodes to distribute these pebbles so that they don't all sort of like sit into, like, that they don't clip together. There's a pretty neat way to distribute them without them clipping in when you use geometry nodes. I don't want to mess with that today though. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to the grass. So we will do the grass today. I think what I want to use for the grass is I want to use my hair kit. If you haven't seen it before, I wanted to have a style of stylized hair that I actually like. Most of the stylized hair styles, you could say, that I've seen so far, I wasn't really a fan of, so I always struggled to find one that I like. But I think now, at least, I've created a hair kit, a blend file where you can append a collection out of that you can have like a sort of fully, I guess, like a full haircut that you can then just use to apply hair to your character. I think that can look good, in my opinion, you know, in terms of creating a hairstyle that looks good, that is stylized. I think you can do it with this hair kit. You can probably improve it. I haven't used it yet, but from the way that I set it up and tested it, I think the results that I've gotten so far were pretty good. So we're going to use those hair strands. We will use curves for the hairs, for the grass. We're going to use that haircut because in some ways grass is quite similar to hair. So we're going to use that haircut for the grass today. Welcome, Clutch. I hope you have enjoyed your Tuesday. You have missed the very, very stressful quick sketch that went a little bit overboard, but you know, sometimes you just gotta go overboard. You just gotta break the ceiling. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my my hair kit. I'm gonna place it, probably I'm gonna make a new one here. I'm gonna select the geometry collection. You can't see it anyway. Penned, there you go. Hair system isn't bad for grass, actually. Yeah, it's not bad. I want to make the entire figurine out of geometry though, so that's why I don't want to use stuff like your suggestion for the base, using a shader to displace everything. Of course, you could then bake the texture and then use it as a displacement modifying texture. But I wanted to do everything. I want to model everything so that if you wanted to, you could 3D print it. I will probably not do it, but you know, I wanted to kind of get in the, I wanted to know if I could turn everything into the geometry. You model a few bits of grass and use the hair system to scatter it. Yeah. Oh, true. We could do that actually. Yeah. Like you did with the pebbles. Yeah. Problem with that is, there could be clipping that I want to avoid. But we could probably try it. Let me quickly grab my hair kit resources, 3D database, base measures, stylized hair. There it is. If you want to use that hair kit, you can find a link to my resources Gmail, I guess, folder, where you can download various things in the Discord. I posted it, I think, on topic. Yeah, I recently added a procedural procedural skin shader to it too. So if you're in need of a skin shader, you can use that. Stylized haircut, there it is. You can see right there. Those are all the hair strands that I've created, all for different purposes. We have one with multiple hair strands that are quite wide to just fill the entire sort of scalp, fill the volume of the hair. We then have one to just kind of break up the structure of this hair so that it doesn't look fully monotonous over the entire hair volume, I guess. We then have one for two just to kind of change the structure again. and for smaller details or smaller strands. And then we have one more that is just a single strand to add even more smaller detail if we need to add those two. I'm going to push those over here, just so we don't have them right next to the sculpt. There it is. Push them right here. Perfect. Can be a bit finicky with the rotations, so keep in mind. Yeah, I've used the grass, like hair for grass before. Yeah, so we might do that. I would use geonodes for scattering pebbles. Welcome back, Yanis. I know. I wanted to use it for the pebbles so that they don't clip. I don't want to look into that on stream though, because that'll take a while and I don't want to spend a while to figure it out. So I'll maybe look at that off stream. Okay, so I think the best hair pieces that we can use for grass would probably be these two. This one's probably, these two are just too flat. I think these two can work quite well with a few rotation variations. I guess we can probably create some nice grass with these two. So we can probably remove these two. I've separated them in, hold on, let me show you what I'm talking about. I separated them into smaller collections. So we have one right here. This is the fill 1 collection right here. We have the fill 2. We have the mid-level, and we have the detail strands. So which means you can just duplicate one of these and work with this on the character. And every time you duplicate this hair strand, create a new one, it will always be in the same collection. There you go. So if you want to select all the mid-levels, for example, hair strands, you could just go to the collection and say select objects, and then you select all the objects that are part of the mid-level, or in this case, detail collection, if you want to do that. And then of course you have your profiles too, which shape the hair strand. If you want to change those, you can see them right there. I want to say, well, I want to move this small thing right there. I want to move it more over there. Woo! And then you can lift it up like this. Of course, that will then apply to all the hair strands that are in this collection. Aren't they already 9.2.93? They are, but I don't know exactly how they work. Can it be problematic to replace some objects? What do you mean? What do you mean with replace some objects? You mean in the hair kit, or do you mean in here? No. Well, here it's not really a problem, because right now I use a particle system that just scatters this pebble model all over the surface. So there's basically nothing there. It's just like a copy, which means if I remove the particle system or hide it, it's completely gone. I don't need to move every single pebble. I can just apply the particle system. These rocks are individual, but they're not that many, so it's not too difficult to change them. I noticed the change when I tried the alpha version. You don't have to deal with attributes in the new version. Yeah, that was the most annoying part. That's an interesting way to do hair strand that I combine together, but how do you synchronize them together? What do you mean with synchronize? I can show you an example. Hold on. Let me see if I can open it. Yep, there it is. I think I have it in here. Hold on. Okay. Oh, the hair strands also have a shader so that they're more detailed. So if I now go, can I select it? No, I can't. Okay. So if you look at this, there you go. You can see here's the hair kit. There are some more tests. Oh no, those are the geometry pieces. This is, for example, an example for like a hair strand. What I've done here is I've combined all the pieces to first of all create. Hold on, let me show you what I mean. Let me actually hide my camera so you can see my collections. Wait, there's no folder? Oh no. Hold on. Where's my... Oh, is it this one? No. Oh no. Where's my border? It's not this one. Oh, well, we can remove this one. Then where's the... Nope. Come on. It can't... Oh, I guess it's part of the overlay? Yeah, okay, I guess that just... We need to keep it there. Okay, so you can see everything. Yeah, okay. So let me remove everything except for the fill. Hold on. Nope, that didn't work. Hold on. Why doesn't it work? Isn't it all in profiles? Wait, what? Hold on. Geometry. Why is it in geometry? I guess I didn't put it into the correct collections then. Okay. So let's look at it, what we started here with. So this is just a fill curve. This is just a single curve to create the volume of the hair and also the hair flow. Basically, you could see the sort of hair shader on there just to kind of separate these bigger pieces into smaller ones. You could change the shader a little bit more to make it maybe look a little bit better. Then I added a few more here. These ones are the mid-level hair strands. You can see they only have 2. And just to kind of break up the general structure and overall, you know, make it look fluffier and more like hair, because hair isn't like following the exact same shape. It kind of goes in different directions. It gets affected by, I don't know, air and wind and all that stuff. So it's not perfectly straight. So I've added a few of those. There's one more, just to kind of, you know, add some more volume. Also add some I guess, some, you know, fluffiness. Break up the structure. And then I added these detailed hair strands, as you can see right there, just to kind of add just a little bit more detail to the entire thing. Add some smaller strands that just kind of poke out from the overall volume, to give it not only some more fluffiness, but also, you know, you can see what the difference is. You can see here, you can see this very, very clear combination of these 2 hair strands, and then underneath you have these 3. But if you add just a single small strand on top of it, it kind of hides the fact that these are actually kind of together, because this one is kind of overlying the 2 and kind of going over the flow of these 2, and it kind of breaks up the structure. And that's basically what I would do for how I would use the hair kit to create the hair, creating these sort of hair strands. Of course, I haven't used it yet in like an actual sculpt or a character piece. So, you know, maybe I would do some changes, but yeah, I can't really, that's what my theory at least right now, how I would use it. Yep. I know how to make them happen individually, but how do you have 2 strands work together like that? So the way this works is, of course, you have a curve. Wait, is this music too loud? I don't think so, but I don't think it's too loud. Okay. So you have a curve right here, and the curve has a profile applied to it. So usually curves either have no profile or no geometry, or you have a circular, like a circle profile as the standard curve geometry. But if you give the curve a profile like this one here, it will take this profile and it will use this as the shape. If this would be a sphere, so let me do this real quick. If this would be a circle, where's the circle? There it is. If I would apply this to the curve right here in the bevel object setting right here, it would be a sphere or a cylinder. And by using these profiles, you can create... Wait, why is it gone now? Oh, of course. There you go. By using these profiles, you can combine multiple strands into one curve, and they all follow the same curve. This way you can create these multiple, like these strands basically, out of multiple hair particles to, yeah, create this. I actually had one with even more, like 5 or so of these strands together. Problem is, if you combine too many together, it looks very fake because all the hairs follow the exact same structure. So I kind of separated it and have a maximum of 3 strands in one, so that it doesn't get too monotonous. Yeah, so you basically, these circles are all, these curves are all in the same collection, or in the same object. You can either join them, or you can just go into edit mode and add a new object. You can see these are the basic. So how I made these curves is I didn't model them. I just went into here. I used probably a plane or a circle just to shape them like this. Oh, I used subdivisions on just normal planes to create the shape. So this is just geometry that I can move with a subdivision modifier applied to it. Then what I do is I duplicate it. I go in here and I apply the subdivision modifier, so I have this shape. And then you can go and look for convert to curve. If you click this, now it's a curve. This way it's way easier for me at least to create curves that have a complex shape rather than trying to figure out how to create these with normal paths or Bezier curves. Yeah. And this way I've created a few different profiles, and then I applied those to 4 curves. But now you have to relearn everything, which is annoying because I just learned it. Oh, you mean geometry nodes? Yeah, I think the systems are I think the principles are still the same, so it probably doesn't take too long to relearn it. You put multiple circles in a single line. Yep, exactly. Thank you, streamer man. My pleasure. Okay, that's it. That's the explanation on how it works. There I am. Hello. Let's go back to the figurine. Okay. So now that we have the pebbles, we can work on the grass. Now that we know how the grass works, let's apply the grass to the surface. So we could either use particles, or we could just place them individually. We can, create small grass chunks, and then we can just apply them to the ground. Welcome back, Ucredo sin importancia. I hope you enjoyed your Tuesday. Hope everything's been going well. Welcome, welcome. Maybe you've been working on some Blender project now that you've continued working on some Blender project now that your stressful projects are done. Surprised that my Blender still works. Why? Because you've added so much into a single file. Or why is that? Okay, so the way that you can create grass pretty simply is by creating different looking chunks of grass. Then you can use these chunks. You can use those and scatter them all across a surface to create like a believable grass field, because grass is pretty random. And by not only randomizing the rotation of these grass patches, but also making multiple versions of these smaller grass, I guess, collections, you can create enough variations to make it look realistic. We could do something similar with these hair strands. This will not be hair. This will be used for the grass. We don't need these two, so we can remove them. Oh, hold on. I'm hidden. Oh no. Hello. Okay. Check in Discord, put some hair grass together real quick. I only made one club, but with the random rotation scale it came out okay. Hold on. Show me. Show me. Oh, that was cool. Did you use my... Oh, that's with planes, right? Yeah, those are planes. Now my best friend gonna start in Blender. She wants to do a 3D model of me. If I do a 3D model of her, I guess. Yeah, of her. We can live on the internet forever, basically. Made a beach full with pebble, and now I have 197,585 stones. Yeah. I don't think the geometry in with geometry nodes actually gets registered as actual geometry. It's similar to particles and similar to multi-resolution, the multi-resolution modifier. Until you enable the maximum level of detail, or you set the level of detail to the maximum, Blender doesn't register the amount of detail actually, or the amount of geometry, which is kind of interesting. It just kind of saves it. Yeah, so these, of course, right now, what you've put into Discord are only planes. Of course, I want to make like 3D printable geometry, so I'll probably just use the I can probably make a badge like this in with the hair strands, and then do the same that you've done here. I can show you what I see. Here you go. With this, we can probably create something like this, like a small grass patch, with the hair strand pieces, hair kit pieces, and then yeah, create something like this pretty easily. It behaves a little differently, I think, but you can convert it. Geo nodes, that is. Paint it with a vertex group. Yeah. Why do you want to 3D print grass? I don't want to 3D print grass. I wanted to make this. So this one, this project with this person right here. These two broskies. It was sort of supposed to be my first try at creating, let me show you what, my most recent inspiration, you could say, for, I guess, projects that I want to do more of in the future. Stuff like this. So, stuff like this. I want to do more. This is actually where I get the hairstyle from, the stylized hairstyle. This is what I want to do more in the future. Not maybe to this extent, but you know, if you think about, while he was modeling it, thought about how he needs to model it to make it 3D printable, because this is supposed to be like a full, like an actual sculpt or like an actual figurine. And I kind of want to structure my sculpt or this project in the same way. So I couldn't just use planes, you know, to create the grass, because planes have no geometry, so you can't really 3D print them. So well, they have geometry, but they have no depth. So yeah, that's why I want to do it like this. You can see here too, with this thunder, you can probably create like a good looking thunderbolt with like a plane and then some modifiers on it. But I want to make it actual geometry, so I want to do it similar to this. What kind of 3D printer? I'm not gonna 3D print it probably. I just want to make it, I want to like go through the process of making it possibly 3D printable. I don't have a 3D printer, at least not right now. Okay. You're gonna have to solidify the cloth on the Wraith too. Yeah. I just removed the solidify modifier on this. Did I remove it? Oh, I didn't add it yet. Because I need to retopologize this still. You can see right here, I've just cut in here. Hold on. There you go. I've cut into the geometry with my knife tool, so I still need to retopologize all this. Good thing is I have an automatic retopology tool, which works quite well with these kinds of retopologies. Okay. Too much rambling. We need to work. Okay. Let's create a nice grass patch, maybe even two. Okay. Okay, so let's do the first one. We're probably going to use both. There you go. Let's create a duplicate. Let's rotate them. Okay. So, okay. Let's see. So, first of all, we need to think about what makes a grass patch realistic. Well, if we think about realism, what do you think about? Exactly, variation. So we need to add some variation. If we just put them next to each other, it doesn't really look that great. First of all, because we only have two. Second of all, because they have the exact same length. They have the, well, theoretically the same rotation. They have the same angle. Everything looks the same, except for this one has two. So we have some variation with two strands here and one here, but we can add some more. For example, what we can do is we can, first of all, I guess, duplicate them so we have more. Rotate them so they're more scattered in different ways. There you go. Okay. Let's add some more variation. You can see how boring it looks still. We could, for example, rotate them in different ways. You can see from up here, these at least have all the same rotation, so we can change it like this, for example. There you go. That looks way better than before. And then we can go in here. We can change either the scale. Yeah, let's change the scale. What we could do is we could go into here. Could we do that actually? Hold on. What if we go in here and just select all this? And then we go into here. We select the random fall off. And then we scale it. Oh no, it's lagging. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Okay. Maybe the random fall off is not a good idea. There's an add-on for Blender that tells you what needs to be fixed. Yeah, I heard of that before. Maybe I'll look into that at some point. Why is it so laggy when I want to use the proportional editing? It's not like this is super complex geometry. What if we use smooth? Is it the same? That's weird. Okay. Please don't. Okay. So we're not going to use it this way. I'm just going to select different pieces and make them smaller. There you go. Then do it one more time. Okay. Then we can do some more adjustments. First of all, I want to have one more double whammy right here. Right there. Okay. Okay, so this is the grass patch. We're not done yet though. First of all, we can probably add one more here, because this is not as round as I would like it to be. Okay. Then we can go into the individual strands and we can change the shape a little bit. This only has three points right now. So if we just move it, we can see how easily the curve just moves to the side. We don't need to adjust a lot of points just to kind of shape this here strand into something like this. You know, just takes one vertex to move it, or one. What are these called again? Particles? No, I can't remember what. Hold on, they're called segments or vertices. We can also move it up and down to kind of change the curve. There you go. Handle. Handles are when you have two arms on them. Then I think that's what you call a handle. At least if you press X, you can remove either segments or vertices. I think it's vertices, because if you use segments, nothing happens. Well, something happens, but I don't really know what. Maybe those are actually the handle arms. Those are maybe segments. Okay, we've added some curves right here, just to kind of create some more volume here, but also, I guess, change the shape a little bit. We can also maybe add one more here, subdivide. There you go. Okay. These ones can use some more. Okay. I think that's okay. So we have the batch of grass now. Problem is, if we now want to apply this to a particle system or to a geonode system, we need to join it all together. Shouldn't be too hard though. So we just select everything. We select the main particle, I guess. We press Ctrl J and now they're all... Oh. Well, maybe that does work. Maybe we need to Wait, do we need to... Can we just apply a collection to the geo node that scatters them? I wonder. I guess we could apply the geometry and then join them all together. Let me see if that actually works. Let's see. So we apply a... You can... for hair particles. Okay, nice. Okay, apparently you can do it for both. Let's see. Let's use hair particles for now. I just want to see what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Next particle system. Let's call this one grass. And this one... Oh, pebbles. Or gravel, whatever. You think they're too small? Maybe. From these sculpts that I've shown you, or these figurines here, I think some of them have quite small stones. You can see here, I don't know if you can see them in detail. Come on. I don't know if these are 3D printed though. They might be, I don't know. They might be produced in a different way. These ones are quite big. Maybe they're too small. We can make them bigger, of course. We can do that afterwards. Okay. Okay. 3D printers don't like those objects very much. Well, they're gonna get used to them, okay? Okay. Wait, are they all in the same collection? Oh, they actually are. Interesting. Why? Are they? No, they're not. I should probably make a new one. Okay. Where's my new collection? Apparently it didn't add one. Nice. Let's add another one. Oh, there it is. I call it grass. Wait, is that all of them? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, let's see if that works. There it is, grass. We need emission, set it to 1000. I guess we can set it to 100 first, shouldn't be, I don't want to make it too crazy. Then we need frame start 0 and 0, so they all are in there right from the beginning. Did I do something wrong? No. Okay. You can see all these particles. We need to apply the vertex group. What we will do with this, we will invert it so that the grass is not where the pebbles are, basically. They might poke through the grass right now, but we can create a new vertex group for the grass afterwards. Let's go to render, set it to object so we can use objects instead of particles, or yeah, basically instance object. Oh, wait, how can you use a collection? Oh, I guess you need to set it, there it is, collection. There's my grass collection, perfect. Whole collection, yes. Oh, look how small they are. Oh, wait, they have a different pivot point though. Wait, where's the pivot point? I wonder how they determine the pivot point. If that human is 1.8 meters, these stones are about 1 centimeters. Most miniatures are about 20 centimeters. That's about 11% of the original size, which makes the stone, whatever, which is way less than all home printers can print. Okay, we're gonna make them bigger afterwards. Okay, let's see what the grass looks like. Okay, the pivot point is somewhere else. I don't know where, but it's somewhere else. Does it need to be in the middle? I guess so. Okay. Why is the... Oh, wait, did I... What did I do? Why did I move the... the terrain? Guess the nice thing about doing a procedure is that when you apply everything, it's manifold already. What's a manifold? I heard that name. I heard that before, but I don't exactly know what it means. You have to find control over specific features. Yeah. Okay, so what's the problem? So couldn't I just move it? Hold on. Why does that move the plate? I don't know why it moves the plate. Tight. Oh, okay, now I get it. Yeah. Here. I don't think there's a big difference with here, right? The only problem, or the only difference, is that you actually have a rotation direction with the hair. Hold on. You know what? You convinced me. I don't want to mess with this. I'm going to use geometry nodes. Okay, call it grass. Grass. Hold on, we're going to call it fine grass. Okay. I think you want to do hair particle incentive will grow out of the emitter instead of random scatter. Well, you can set it. No, the particles, when you set it to frame start 0 and 0, the particles will be on the surface because they didn't have time yet to fall down. But yeah. Now we're here. Okay. Okay. So what do we need again? We definitely need point distribution. There you go. Oh, hello. Oh. We need to... What do we need? How do we combine them again? You need to help me out here. How do we keep the original again? Geometry, join. Yeah, and then we put this in there, right? There you go. So now we have both. Okay. Then we have this random poison disc. I think we need poison for this. Let me remove this real quick so we can see what we need to see. Okay. Minimum distance, density max. We need more density. We need a separation between the different things here though, so they don't clip. Perfect. Okay. Then we need point instance. Which object? Nope. Collection. Which collection? Grass. Where's my grass? There it is. See, it's now somewhere in Nirvana. What is that? Okay. Maybe I shouldn't take whole collection. Ah, that's bad. Well, okay. Your stone has to be at least... Okay. Something. Just because I said I want to make it like 3D printable doesn't mean that it needs to be that I'm gonna, I don't know, gonna make this for a client and I need to make it perfect, okay? It's good to know, of course, but I need to, you know, you can tell me as much as you want right now. I need to do these mistakes before I will learn them, okay? But I appreciate it. Okay. So, what is the problem here? Do we have to move them in the middle? Into the middle? I guess so, yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So, why if I move these, does it also move the base? Why? Failure is natural, failure is necessary. Okay, well, I guess we move them like this. But I don't get it. I do not get it. You know, I want to put them right into the middle, but I can't because, well, I need to move them manually. I don't know why, but I need to. Hold on. Okay. I guess somewhere over there. That works, I guess. We move them a little bit down so they're in the ground. There you go. That works, I guess. Yeah, okay. Do we need to make them smaller? No, we can make them smaller in the geometry nodes, right? Yeah. We can hide the collection, right? Can we? Oh. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. So, first of all, we need to make them smaller. Do we need to do it with this? Yeah. Scale. There it is. Well, now it's completely gone for some reason. Hold on. Oh, we need to, hold on. We need to plug this into the point distribute, right? Right here. How do I, okay, well. There you go. Okay, that's better. Okay. Let's see. So how do we apply the weight paint to this? Let's see. Blender geometry nodes. Weight paint. You can use an attribute math or attribute vector math if you want non-homogeneous scale node to control the point scale with the vertex group weight. Node tree. Aha. Attribute math. Why scale though? I guess. Okay. Attribute math. There we go. Scale. Scale. B. What's B supposed to be? Group. Group. Okay. No, group needs to be the yeah, it needs to be the weight paint group, which is called particles. There it is. Aha, perfect. How do we invert this attribute? I guess we need to create a new attribute here. Convert, fill, compare. Math can, what's the math equation to invert something? I don't think that works. Well, it probably works, but could we just use color ramp? No. Oh, hold on. But I only have geometry as my output. multiply. We have A, which is the particles. B, which would be... Can I just type in the value? I can't, right? Oh, I need to set it to float. There you go. -1. Result. Particles. Ah, well... well, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. No. Well, it did what it's supposed to do, but it didn't invert the weight painting. Solidify. Okay. I would save the A pose in your post library so first so you can go back to it once the other posts are attached. Yeah. Okay, so this doesn't work. I guess I just make a new one. Can I just make a new one that... Hold on. You know what? I'm just gonna make a new one. Let's call this one grass. Set it to grass. Okay. See you next time. Maybe I have something to share then. Maybe my beach is seeable then. Well, I expect your beach to be animated with physically rendered, physically realistic water that is interacting with all the pebbles, maybe grabbing some pebbles, you know, shoving them closer into the water, you know. That's what I expect next time, okay? Hope you enjoy your Tuesday evening, probably. Houdini. The splash is animated, nice. Okay, let's go in here and create the quick weight paint. Simulated, nice. Yeah, I've seen a pretty good simulation on LinkedIn actually. Okay, so we're gonna do this right here around the rocks. I don't want to put too much into the middle because I want to see the pebbles. I think the grass is still too big, maybe. I think that's why I haven't seen a single sculpt with grass in any of the ones that I've shown you. They all do not have grass, probably because grass is so fine that you can't really print it. But this will not be printed, so we can do whatever we want. Okay. 66 gigabytes of simulation data. Well, I expect something big. Do not let me down. Okay. There you go. We need to change the amount. There it is. Aha. Problem is, it looks very rough right now because all the grass looks so spiky. We could maybe add another collection that just kind of has some twirly bits to make it, you know, a little bit more pleasing. I guess less spiky. Let me adjust the weight paint real quick. I don't want to go over the edge. we want to go over the edge, I think it's better to just do it manually. Why is this small thing just staying there? Why? Please go. Go away. I don't want you. I don't need you. Okay, well, I guess it's there to stay. It will look pretty bad currently. Okay. Well, sounds like you need more gigabytes of simulation data. Okay, there you go. It's not that much grass, but I think that's okay. Please just go. Okay. There you go. Ah, it looks better than before at least. So that's a plus. Currently it's sort of, well, can we use a color ramp to just bump up the minimum a little bit, because it's quite low right now? Oh, of course. Which attribute? Grass. Okay, so if we bump this up now, it does nothing. Well, that is that's annoying. I guess that doesn't work. Well, how do we multiply where it's not 1, but we keep 1? Well, like, no, you can't add, you can't multiply. If you want to make it dark, you could divide. Hold on, you could divide, right? Math, another math node. It is grass. Set it to divide. So now, which means if we do this, nothing happens. Great. Why? Wait, did I? I guess not. Well, I guess we can leave it like this for now. I don't like these small grass patches though. What if we remove the displacement right now, just so we can apply the weight paint a little bit better? Because I don't want to have this gradient, although we probably can't avoid it. It just stays there. Okay, well, I guess it just has to be that way. Wait, no, you can clamp, right? You can hold on. No, that doesn't work either. Oh. So hold on, let me just quickly look at this. Okay, we're gonna look at Lego's grass. Let's see what it looks like. I have high expectations. Now that it is solid. I think the biggest problem with placing it procedurally is that it will clip inevitably, and that is quite annoying. Well, we could maybe change the weight paint a little bit. I don't know if we have enough weight though to make it to make it work though. It's functional. It's definitely functionable. I mean functional. Yeah, you've added a solidify modifier. Of course, it now has just this flat tip, which isn't too bad. You can't really see it anyway, maybe because of the shading. Hold on. It's not too bad. I'm debating whether or not I should just do it manually. It shouldn't take too long because we're not going to add too many grasses. And it's more exact then. Because otherwise I would have to mess around with all this, which is annoying. Yeah, I think it's better to do it manually. We can still use these patches of grass. Okay. Well, first, before we do this, we can probably... nope. We wanted to work on the grass today, so that's what we're going to do today. Where's my collection? It's gone. There it is. Okay. So let's create the first layer of grass. And then we can add a few more detailed grass patches to make it look a little bit more natural. Because right now, they're very, very pointy. You know what? We can probably change that. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. It looks too sharp. I think if we add some of these, it'll look better. Because right now it's very, very sharp. You know, like this. I think that can work to make it a little bit more soft. A little bit softer. There you go. Do this. Just so they don't look like perfect straight grass ferns. No, blades of grass, that's what it is. Let's use one of those too. Maybe we can make a small one. Zip. Wait. Nope, let's actually scale it down. There you go. There you go. I kind of want to make it face the other direction, like this. That's probably better. Oh wait, well that doesn't work. I guess we just move it. Oh, there you go. So now that we realized, or I realized that it doesn't work very well procedurally. Because you don't have a lot of them. Problem is we can't really place that many. In your field of grass, of course, you can place a lot. And they kind of sort of... You can't really see the repetition of the single grass patch just because you have so many. Problem is we can't really place that many here. Or I don't want to place that many here. So I need to be a little bit more creative, I guess. Let's use this so we can play. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't work. Shouldn't be too bad though. Okay. So I'm just going to place them like this first, and then we can change their individual, I guess, rotation and all that afterwards. Add some variation, basically. Okay. I think that can look pretty cool. Now that we... Oh. We should probably parent them. Otherwise we can't really distinguish all of them. Because right now we just have all these separate pieces. They're not parented to anything at all. So we have like plus 99 already in here, which have no sort of collection. Well, we can probably still see it though. So if we just select all this, we can just rotate it now. Like this. So it should still be doable. Of course, it takes a little bit longer, but it looked better in the end. Most likely, at least. I hope. There you go. We could even just select a few of these and pick those. Make a new patch right here. Just like this, for example. Place it somewhere else. So we don't even need to put them in a collection or parent them to something. Good thing is the more we have, the more we can copy. Now we can just select more and more and more. There you go. And then we can duplicate them and move them somewhere else. And then if they don't really fit perfectly in there, we can still change them individually, or we can just remove them. There you go. We can then adjust these individually. There you go. No floating grass right here. We're not in any video game. It might pass there, but not in this one. Let's see. Look at that. We already have almost a quarter. Almost. Oh. Okay, look at that. I think that works quite well, and it doesn't take too long because we can just duplicate it over and over and over again. So what we could do here is we could just select all this. There you go, and then we can duplicate it somewhere else. There you go. It's as easy as that. Welcome back, Palladium. I hope you have enjoyed your Tuesday. Maybe you also enjoy placing some grass on some piece of digital land. It might not be very, very eventful, but it is important. So we tried turning this, or we tried adding the grass with geometry nodes. We tried adding them with particles. I think it looked the best if we just place them manually, which is how we ended up in this situation. And now we're placing grass. That's basically the entire story of the stream. I got scolded about what grass, what is wrong about my model when it comes to 3D printing. Let's say I learned more about it. There you go. Yeah, now we're here placing grass. Oh, also, so the plan for next week will be that we will create a project over the week that will be Halloween based. So I want to make a Halloween video, just like a small project that I can post on Halloween. And which means we're going to next week we will do a small bust probably, where we create a small Halloween themed, character. I will create a collection or a selection of ideas, and you can also post your own ideas in the Discord, either inspiration as like images, or maybe, well, you can basically just post them anywhere. Maybe inspiration, say like, well, for the Halloween project, maybe we could do this. And then at the end, probably over the weekend, I will post a poll, where everybody can vote what we should sculpt. And that will be the project for next week. Do you also draw? I at some point I was able to draw. I don't know if I can still do it. Well, I can, but it's not like great. But yeah, I did it. I did drawing before I went into sculpting. I'm still looking for my old drawing books, or books basically. I'm still looking for them. Maybe at some point I'll find them. Because I'm actually excited, or I want to see them again. I don't know where I have them. I don't think I deleted them. I deleted? I threw them away. I just don't know where they are. But I want to see what my old sketches looked like. I did drawing, I think, for like 3 or 4 years before I stopped drawing, and then at some point I started, 3D modeling 2 years ago. I'm still interested in drawing, but right now I focus more on 3D modeling. So maybe at some point, we can include sketching or drawing into the 3D modeling process too. I actually did I did 2 of my quick sketches, no, 3. I did 3 quick sketches. I drew them, which was probably a few weeks ago when I was on vacation. You should be able to find them on my Instagram or Facebook or Twitter if you're curious. Yeah, so if you have any ideas, any inspirations, any ideas what could be the subject for the project next week, you can you could post it in the Discord. I will collect them all, and then we can do a quick poll. What would be the one? What will be the one that we will sculpt or model, whatever? And then we're gonna do that next week. I have a hint what it will be, but I'm not gonna spoil anything. A hint, a hunch, right? Yeah. Not gonna say anything. Okay. Oh, wait, I need to set it to this, right? There you go. The random modifier, random fall off only works if you only have one thing selected. If you have everything selected, of course, everything rotates perfectly according to your transformation. There you go. Okay, let me see what it looks like with the character, because otherwise I can't really see. Okay, I don't want to poke through his boots. That's what I'm just looking for. He's quite far into the middle, so that's good. I also don't want to mess with the scythe. Yeah, I think we have enough room to place grass there. Perfect. Perfect. It all fits together perfectly. Okay. Let's continue. You know what? I'm just gonna grab all this and duplicate it. Oh. Oh, hello. Okay. Of course, if we have these deformations, we also need to make sure that the grass is underneath the ground. Not underneath, but at least poking through the ground. Wasn't doing that there. Of course, if we duplicate, they all have the height of the previous geometry, which might not work perfectly. So we have to adjust them. But that shouldn't take too long. There you go. Okay. So far, I have 2 ideas, but there will be more, at least 3, which will be on the list. Yeah, I'm gonna think of a few more. Just go through Pinterest, find some more, and then I think we have a good selection. I think a bus is doable in 4 days. Shouldn't take too long. I don't want to, make it too crazy, but at least, in a few days, you can create a pretty high quality sculpt with some colors and some textures, maybe some materials, and put it into, like, render it as well. I think that is very doable. We've done it before for 2 characters, so we're going to do it again. Well, all these are not in the ground. Well, that's annoying. There you go. I probably can avoid one of them not being in the ground, but if I can avoid it, then I will. I think that is actually enough. I don't think we need much more. We could maybe refine the different patches a little bit, add some more variation. I don't think we need to add really much more to this. I think we have as much as we need when it comes to the distribution. We can add a small few pieces here and there just to kind of add a better gradient from nothing to grass. But I think overall we have enough patches. Okay, let's add a few more of these here. Oh, this one's poking through. Hold on. There you go. Usually I hate these super monotonous tasks, but what can you do? It needs to be done. It needs to be done for the greater good. Usually same with creating bump maps for pores or creating basically anything that is monotonous. Even retopology can be so annoying to me, just because it's such a mundane and boring task. Some people like it, but I don't. I think the beginning of retopology is cool because you sort of work with sort of big moves and you create like a frame for the future topology. But afterwards, when it comes to adding smaller details or adding, you know, smaller geometry, it can get quite boring. Well, that is my life. That is what I have to deal with. Horrible, isn't it? I know, unfathomable. How can you still be concentrated? Well, I don't need concentration necessarily to get through this. I just need to do something, and then at some point my brain reactivates and I see if I made a mistake or not. I didn't. And I just either continue or fix the mistake. Not necessarily. I don't need to use my brain for this. At least for this. Retopology might be a little bit different because it requires you to, you know, place the geometry in a certain way. But this is boring and monotonous. Of course, you could say, well, these grass pieces or these grass blades need to be in the perfect position. But the way I do it currently doesn't require that much of my brain power. I only use 10% of my brain. Imagine what I could do if I use 50. Okay. We have a few more here. I kind of want to add some smaller details to this. Oh. Okay. That's why I don't want to do too much retopology on stream, because it's, first of all, boring for me. And if it's boring for me, it's definitely not going to be interesting for you. Maybe for some people, but it's not going to be interesting to watch, at least. It's not like we create a character in 30 minutes, you know, it's not that intense. It's just, yeah, just boring. Pure boredom. I think we're pretty much there. We can add a few more smaller pieces here and there, just to kind of add individual blades to not fully only have like gravel somewhere. There you go. For example, over here we have nothing, so adding like a small pieces here and there could probably help. There you go. I think that's pretty good. Let's bring back the character and see what it looks like, and then we can begin modeling the mechanical parts. There you go. So we have the grass, we have the rocks. All that we need now is the piece of whatever. I don't really know what I want to add as like a piece of, maybe a rune. Maybe we could add like a rune, or we could add a piece of some sort of robot. I want to probably place it here because there's like a neat little space where there's basically nothing. What we could do is we could remove what we have here and just add like a bigger rock where it could lean on. Or we could just place it right there, just put it on the rock. We could do that too. Oh, hello. Those are some impressive arms. Hold on. Okay, that's better. Okay. So we could maybe do both, like a rune and then in like some sort of mechanical piece next to it. I think we need some inspiration here because I'm kind of clueless what we could do here. Let me look at some inspiration. Final Fantasy 14 environment. Let's see what we have here. So this, you can see some wood, some grass, and then this crystal right there. We can see here. Same with some crystals right here and there. I'm looking for something that has technology that you can put into the scene as well as, well, nature we already have, so we basically only need like magic or technology. We don't have too much here. We of course have this thing, but that doesn't really work. We can't really put this huge crystal in there. We could add these crystals. That could be pretty cool. I think these could look pretty cool. Just adding some crystals poking out between the rocks, maybe. Shining piece of glass. Yeah, like these crystals maybe. Like this crystal? No, never mind. Not this crystal. Where is it? Wait, I just had it. This one. There you go, like some crystal rocks. That could be pretty cool. Okay, let's create a crystal rock. Crystal meth, maybe even. Make it more exciting. Okay. I think we can use some modifiers to do that. We could even use the stone right here. Hold on. What if we make another version of this? Or we just move this up and down. Maybe even move all this down. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now we just need to remove all these edges. I mean, edge creasing. Perfect. Look at that. Isn't that perfect? Well, we need some more geometry probably, because these faces are quite long. Look at that. That's perfect. Efficiency. Okay. We could maybe, first of all, scale them down. Apply the scale. There you go. I also want to change the displacement strength so that it's a little bit stronger. Maybe not the first one, but the second one, definitely. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, okay, we need to fix this. Hold on. I think we need to keep it at 0.5. Otherwise, well, I guess we can't make it too strong. That's probably the maximum right there. Yeah, that seems to be work everywhere. Oh, maybe not there. Hold on. Is it really that small? Oh, I guess because of the tip, right? Yeah. We can maybe bevel the tip. Hold on. Well, that makes it worse. What happened? Okay, it's loading. Please just remove. Oh, we can probably merge them, right? Dude, let me move. Why can I... My camera's stuck. Hello? Okay. There you go. Okay, maybe we shouldn't... we shouldn't change the tip. But we need to fix this somehow. Why is it so scuffed? So it needs to be this. This needs to be positive, so this can be negative. That's better. That's pretty... Oh, no. I guess. Yeah, I guess this could be a good base. We can still sculpt it and it adds some more detail. Okay. So maybe we could even add a few more here and there. This could be somewhere over here. Just kind of lying in there. Like this. We would need to remove the grass that is in here. Okay. Maybe we can just add a few of these. I love that look when it just kind of moves like this. It looks really cool. It looks especially cool if you do this, because it looks like it's sort of evolving and moving forward. There you go. Add a smaller rock in between here. Yeah, I think that can look pretty cool. We just add a few more here and there, and then we have it. We have the entire environment. We don't need any machine parts. Who needs machine parts if you can have glowing rocks? Glowing magical rocks. That looks weird. There you go. Add one more here, maybe a bigger one. Right there, sort of hidden underneath the ground. Like this. Perfect. Okay. I want to have one more right here in the front, because right now in the front there's nothing really when it comes to these crystals. So I probably want to have one more that is right here. Just a small one. Maybe even two. So they don't feel alone, you know? Right here. There you go. I think that's pretty good. So now that we have all the geometry, we can go into fine-tuning. With fine-tuning, I mean going into scope mode and just adding some smaller minor details. Didn't take too long. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Let me just sit down and then we can go right into it. Okay. Let me show you what I want to do on this piece of rock. So we need to apply these subdivisions. So what I will do is I will save this version. I'm gonna make a new one. Because if I need to go back and reclaim my modifiers after a lot of changes, I can still do that. There you go. Now we have version 7b. Then we can go into scope mode. We can apply all these modifiers. There you go. And then we can do some smaller adjustments. Like, for example, I don't know how much the geometry we actually have. Hold on. Okay. Maybe we can add a little bit more here. We don't need to do that to all of them probably. I just want to, you know, customize a few of them. I'm getting triggered. This grass needs to go. It's inside of the rock. Unbelievable. Come on. There we go. That's nice. You mean the base now? I think it looks pretty cool. Just a few more adjustments and then we did it. One thing that I want to do is I want to go to my, what is it called again? Mesh filter. And I want to, oh, hold on. Do we still have, oh no we didn't, okay. So what I want to do with this, I want to use the mesh filter and use the sharpen. No, is it sharpen? It's enhanced details, I think. Enhanced details sharpens or pinches the edges together and makes flat surfaces, I think, flatter. We probably need to increase the strength though. Yeah, we need to set it to maybe 50. The more geometry we have, I think, the longer it takes. Doesn't seem like we can go over 10. Ah, there it is. See what it does? It just kind of adds or brings back smaller details. Would look, yeah. You know, I don't think I'll 3D print it, but you could create some renders that look like it's been 3D printed. Okay. So one thing what I want to do here is I want to add some damage, which shouldn't take too long. We can just go in here and we can do this. First of all, I want to just break off a part right here. Like this. Okay, we can also use the crease brush to just kind of create a sharper edge right here. Okay, and then we can go in here into the middle and just create like a rough surface. I think it's too much detail to the 3D printed. Yeah, that's definitely true. And it's also probably too, yeah, it's too fine, the detail. Okay, this probably didn't do too much, but that's not bad. What we can also do is we can go here into the middle. We can make it very sharp, and then we can do something like this. I want to increase the crease pinch, probably to 0.5, just so we can keep this crease pretty sharp. And add a big crease right here. I don't want to stretch the geometry too much, so I kind of smooth it so we can bring some more vertices down there. There you go. It's not too great right now. Let me see if I can adjust it a little bit. Maybe it's too much. Too many cracks here. It doesn't look too natural right now. Maybe we can create a supporting crack like this. We need some more supporting crack right there. There you go. Add like a bigger crease here, just to kind of make it look like there's some weapon that hit the ground right here. I don't know, I'm just experimenting. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to do too crazy stuff. I think that's okay. Maybe we can also add some different levels here. Just doing this. To differentiate or to add like a more defined structure. We can also change the hardness to make it harder. The brush, I can show you what that does. Can you actually see it? I think the brush overall at the edges is just a little bit harder then. That's what it's supposed to be. So the already pretty hard brush is even harder. There you go. Okay. I think we don't need to do too much more on this piece. We might do it on one more of these. Maybe we can do a few more adjustments on these bigger plates, and then that should be it for the base. There you go. And this will be it for today's stream. We have accomplished quite a lot. We talked about the techniques. We've discovered a new technique to add hair to a sculpt pretty quickly. We looked into some inspiration how we can make this grass. We tried a few different methods using particles, using geometry nodes, using now we're using manual, I guess, placement. I think this is the best option for this sort of thing. We basically finished the base for this sculpt. So all we really need to do now is, yeah. Well, yeah, the only thing that is missing now in terms of the model is his spell, the spell in his hand. And then we basically have everything to finish the model. The rest would be lighting, post-production, rendering, creating some shots, and then that would be it. Okay. We will probably... tomorrow we can probably work on the spell. I might be able to kind of add some smaller details to the ground over like tomorrow before the stream starts, and then on stream we can create the magic in his hand, which would lead us perfectly into Thursday, because on Thursday what we can do is we can do the next feedback session. We have quite a few pieces that we can give feedback to, which we will do on next Thursday. And then next week we have the Halloween project. So if you have any inspirations, post them in the Discord. Join the Discord if you haven't already. I'm going to collect them all. I'm going to collect my own and then I will create a list. I'm going to create a poll that I'll probably post over the weekend where you can vote which will be the subject for that Halloween project. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan for the next days. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, chatting, or just being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you next time. Either way, take care.